I often tell guys like, you have to be careful who you listen to out there and who you take advice from. And a couple of things I always ask them, look at is, would you trade places with that person? Number one. Number two, somebody can only take you as far as they've come, right? So if you're listening to some guy that has the same upload button that I do, that you do, that Gammon does, that Rolla does, for example, that really haven't come very far in their life and have done nothing, should you be listening to them? So, like, how do you generally vet for information sources? Like, what do you do to ensure that you really want to listen to this person? Like, how did you decide to listen to me? Like, why would you say, well, I'm going to listen to this bald bearded guy up in Canada that's talking about this, that, and the other thing because my friend Gammon recommended it? Like, why did you decide to do that?
Well, because I trust Gammon.
Right.
He shares an office building with me.
Okay.
And we're just in Texas together. And our whole thing is my new little program that you came on was sex, money, power. Because we all want, when I was in high school, I wanted sex, I wanted money, I wanted power. And they don't teach that in school. So that's why I listen to George, I listen to guys like you and all this.
Mm-hmm.
And then exactly as you guys say, the testosterone level's going down and the women are getting desperate. And I laugh because I had Dr. Nicole on to talk to you and Rollo, because she's the woman going up. She went through an epiphany and she says, I better do something myself. So she's a rich young woman.
Yeah.
And I meet a lot of these rich young women, but they all hate you and Rollo.
They don't hate us. What they don't like is the message that we provide because it doesn't necessarily serve them.
Hey, Rich, it's every time I send one of your tapes or videos or Rollo's, I get these women who want to challenge you. I'm going, why?
Ladies, ladies, if you want to challenge me, I have a show on Monday night. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called the Unplugged Alpha. If you have a better solution to something I've addressed, please feel free to call in and I'll put you on and, we can chop it up live. Please, please do.
But that's why you guys crack me up is because, I take on the Fed, I take on the Treasury, I take on schools. You guys take on women. You got more guts than me.
Actually, believe it or not, Rollo, the toughest guys to deal with are the plugged-in beta males that are unwilling to see the truth. They just want to keep doing what they've always done, and they always keep getting what they've always gotten, which is unfortunate.
Well, what you guys talk about is, it's not male or female. It's really about sex, money, power.
Yeah.
When you think about it, and so a lot of times women are now getting more money and power, but what they lose is what you guys call hypergamy, is they get more powerful, but there's fewer men.
Right.
And boy, that pisses them off.
Yeah, it's a tough thing for women. And, we can talk about this for a couple of minutes too, but I was actually going to put a video on this. We can talk about this briefly, but you get a woman that gets about 40 years old who's chased excellence all her life. She's got a bunch of degrees on the wall, framed in mahogany with little, letters after her name. And she's done something with her life and she's now become wealthy. And then she looks at the dating pool and she says, all right, well, let's find a guy. Well, women are hypergamous. So that means they date up and across. So that means that she has to find somebody that's at her level or better. She's obviously going to prefer better. And then the problem after that now is, okay, so now you've shrunk the pool dramatically. And the problem after that is a lot of the guys that are in that age bracket that she's looking around her age are dating younger women. And then they get upset that they're having difficulty finding a good candidate to, get into a relationship with or start a family with or whatever. It is what it is. But yeah,